Yo, what's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman. Wanted to get a video to you guys discussing this trade idea around Alex Caruso to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I know what you're already saying. Patrick. The Bulls have already came out and said that they do not plan on moving Alex Caruso at the NBA trade deadline. I totally hear you, and I've heard that report before on other players that teams weren't interested in trading at a certain time, and then once a team offers a good enough haul, like I think the Thunder are in this trade, they will deal them. So I understand there's a lot of reports coming from insiders left and right, and it's a lot to kind of, digest and kind of take in, but I do think Alex Caruso is on the trade block, even though the reports that saying the Bulls don't want to move him. If a team like the Thunder offers a good enough package, I think they will obviously, do what's best for the franchise and move off him, but only if the package is right. I'll tell you guys that package at the Thunder could be sending the Bulls here in a second, but I do want to make sure you guys are subscribed here on the channel. Thank you guys so much. We have been growing like crazy lately, and I really do appreciate it, but if you guys are new here and this is your first time coming across our channel, hit that subscribe button. We're actually going to be live for the Bulls-Rockets game later tonight, so if you guys want to tune in, we go live about 15 minutes before tip-off. We'll chop it up, have a couple of drinks, and just do some play-by-play and talk about our Chicago Bulls. So if that's interesting to you, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and tune in. But let's break it down. Let's talk about this trade idea of Thunder going after Alex Caruso. So the trade was Vasily Micic. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but he was a second rounder from 2014, but he was just a match salary. And now this is the haul that the Bulls would get. They would be getting the 2026 Rockets first-round pick, 2027 Nuggets first-round pick, and then a Rockets 2024 second-round pick. So you're getting 2 first-round picks and a second, and then a guy just to match salary for Alex Caruso. Now, I do want to start it off with the Bulls side of things. I think if this is a trade offer, and let's just say these picks, the insider did not specify if these were protected or not, so I'm assuming they're unprotected. Let's just say you have a chance to get the Rockets 2026 first-round pick. Obviously, they are a young and up-and-coming team that will probably be in the mid-teens during that year, but that's still a first. The Nuggets, obviously them with Jokic, they're going to be contending for NBA titles, so that's going to probably be a late 20s pick in 2027. But you get 2 unprotected first-round picks for a guy in Caruso who I love. I love the way Caruso plays the game. He's the definition of a winning basketball player. He helps teams on the margins so much. An elite point of attack defender and a great just overall connecting piece on offense. I really can't, give enough flowers for Caruso, and I would hate to see him leave the Bulls, but also I think Caruso deserves better, and that's a little bit of a kind of why, it would hurt me for the Bulls to move off Caruso. He's one of my favorite players I've ever watched in the NBA, but Caruso deserves to be playing in the June, in the July, in these big-time playoff series where maybe it's in Oklahoma City. Him next to SGA, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren. He's diving on the floor for loose balls, and the crowd in OKC is going wild. Like, that is where Caruso deserves to be, not playing in a play-in tournament game with the Bulls. That's just my kind of basketball side coming out of me, like my relating to Caruso a little bit, where it's like he deserves to be playing for a championship contender, and I think the Thunder make a lot of sense because we know the Thunder, they got their big-time big three in Jalen Williams, SGA, and Chet Holmgren, and they're probably looking to, get better role players. I like the role players. I love a guy like Isaiah Joe, even like a Josh Giddey, even though I don't think Giddey fits in too well with that big three, but I still like him as a basketball player. And they got other dudes that help them on the margins, but a guy like Caruso would completely change that team. And could you imagine of them running a final lineup of SGA, Caruso, Jalen Williams, whoever they want to do at the 4, and then Chet at the 5? Like, that would be a nasty unit for the Thunder. So I think it makes a lot of sense for the Thunder to go all in on a guy like Caruso. And maybe if you're a Thunder fan watching this video, you're saying, no way we're giving up 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick for Caruso. I get that. But the Rockets 2026 first-round pick, probably going to be in the mid-teens. The Nuggets first-round pick in 2027, with Jokic, they will be contending for championships for the next 10 years. That will probably be in the late 20s and also a second. I think if you're the Thunder, you take this trade and you run. I mean, you would get a elite defender in Caruso who honestly would pair up so well next to SGA. That would be a massive backcourt because people forget. I mean, SGA, he stands at a solid 6'5", really long arms. Caruso, we know, is similar, 6'5", really strong kind of base, really just overall strong dude that Caruso is, I mean, that would be an elite backcourt in Oklahoma City. I'll be giving more thoughts on the Bulls and Thunder potentially engaging in trade talks around Andre Drummond in a second. But let me know, would you do that trade? Caruso for a Rockets first-round pick, Nuggets first-round pick, and a Rockets second-round pick. Let me know if you guys would do that deal. And while you guys are answering that question, I do want to give a huge shout out to Prize Picks. I told you about them on the show multiple times before, but Prize Picks, it's the best daily fantasy sports app out there. If you guys head to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use promo code CLNS, you're going to get a first deposit match all the way up to $100. Bulls Rockets tonight. If you guys want to make that game a little more interesting, do it with Prize Picks. I'll be making my lineup and I'll be showing you guys on the live show later tonight. But if you guys want to get in on the fun, if you guys want to make some picks of your own, do it at Prize Picks, prizepicks.com/CLNS, and use that promo code CLNS. Prize Picks, it's daily fantasy made easy. So I also do think there's another player on the Bulls that could be interesting, or that the Thunder could be interested in. It's a guy like Andre Drummond. Drummond's been playing great, man, as of lately. He is a walking 15 and 15, and obviously is not, an elite rim protector. We know where Drummond kind of comes up short in that aspect of the game, but he's honestly shown an ability to switch on the guards pretty well, which I did not see that in the past in his NBA career, but he's shown an ability to do that. And I think overall, he adds a sense of physicality to a front court, and I think that's also what the Thunder need. Like, the Thunder, tremendous talent. Like, they are such a talented basketball team. Like, when you watch them play, every single time I've watched them this year, I'm like, that's a team that could go win 3, 4, 5 championships if they keep this nucleus together. They just got to have some more dogs, I think. And I think if you add a guy like Drummond, add a guy like Caruso to that unit, I think that could be, honestly, if the Thunder could pull off a trade this year of Caruso and Drummond heading to Oklahoma City, I may pick them to come out the West this season. I don't know yet. I mean, they're still so young, but they are giving me early vibes of, Russ, Harden, and KD when they were all in Oklahoma City. I mean, they're an absolute just wagon over there forming. But yeah, I mean, I think a guy like Drummond's going to be incredibly interesting for them. But the trade that we were talking about earlier, back to the Bulls side of things, I think you have to do it. I understand, guys. Like, I don't like talking about trading our guys. Like, it is not fun. Like, I see you guys in the comments, like, you guys are saying, why are we talking about trading our own players? Like, we've won 2 games in a row. I just think we need to kind of sit back and realize, what is the max potential on this Bulls team? What is the max potential of this big 3? It's probably a first-round exit. And that's max potential. I don't see them beating the Knicks, the Heat, the Celtics, the Sixers, the Bucks, the Cavs, even if they're healthy. That's 6 teams. Even the Pacers, I wouldn't even take to do that. So I just think it's time for the Bulls to move on and just accumulate a lot of draft capital, and teams are going to toss you a lot of draft capital for a guy like Caruso. So that's kind of my final thoughts on this whole thing. Obviously, I do not want to trade Caruso. I think he is a winning player. I think he is a fantastic basketball player. But with where the Bulls are at right now, I just don't think they can afford it. I think it just makes too much sense for them to move off. So if I were the Bulls, I would clean house at this deadline. I'm still in that camp. I don't care if the Bulls rattle off 8 straight wins. Obviously, it would depend on how they look. But I just think the Bulls, don't try to trick yourselves. You made a mistake with this big 3. Rip this Band-Aid off and get the most you can. Just want to kind of get this video out for you guys before I do head into the office. But we are going to be live. Bulls, Rockets tonight. 15 minutes before tip-off. Sipping on my coffee. I have my little Bulls coffee with this Bulls mug. Shout out to all the Bulls fans out there. But thank you guys so much for watching today's show. See you guys in a couple hours for Bulls Rockets. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Tune in right down below. But that was the talk of today. NBA Insider suggested Caruso to the Thunder for multiple firsts. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the trade down below. See y'all next time. Go Bulls.